slash a bash. Slash a bash. Slash a bash.
Let's do this, bitch.
Do you want to do this opening?
Sure.
Okay. Do it loud and proud.
Like the gay I am.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Slasher Bash, where we talk about horror franchises. I'm your host, Madison, here with my co-host, Ben. And if you
What's up? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You're still
Say
going.
Hi. Yep. And if you've been listening, you know that we've been talking about Scream. And tonight is Scream 6. We are, as you are listening to this, are 2 days out from the release of Scream 7. So
That's right.
we've finally gotten through the originals and are in preparation for what's next.
Can we just say we've done 6 episodes already? That's pretty crazy.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't feel like we've done that many.
I feel like it's actually been a lot easier and more fun than our last podcast.
Oh, really? Because I'm doing all the work now.
Yeah, I mean, that part helps too. But I feel like because we were trying to do like relevant weekly topics before, it was like pulling teeth sometimes to try to find anything worth talking about. And this
also we would like drive to your apartment
Yep.
and like that would take like an hour and a half. And
Yep.
we would do it live. And there was 3 of us plus our producer.
There were some good times, but
Yeah.
I feel like I got a couple compliments. We have one fan already who
Nice.
listened to the second episode, the second it dropped this morning. She's listened to 2. I've
Oh.
gotten lots of feedback and requests from her already.
Awesome. I love it.
And her first comment was, "Do you guys just edit the shit out of this?" And I was like, "Not really." Like,
Can she tell?
I was like, if we go on like tirades, like we cut parts out. And she's like, "You have a really good like natural flow of conversation." And I was like, "Well, we've been having these conversations for years."
Wait, but I'm confused now because
She thought it sounded like
we edited it. That's not good.
no, like she didn't think it sounded edited. She thought like she didn't trust.
Oh,
that,
our
that
conversation
flow of
is
conversation
so
was
good.
like that good and natural
I
that we weren't
see.
like taking
Damn.
and retaking things and cutting them back together.
Yeah.
So it was a good compliment. So
That's
that was
a great compliment.
That was her compliment after
Thank
the
you,
first
Maddie's friend.
episode. Her name's
Whoever
Lola.
you are.
We can shout her out. What up,
Oh,
Lola?
okay.
And
That's
then
awesome.
this was.
I will say I feel like, editing these because we do edit them and mix them. We are getting better.
Yeah.
Like listening to that first one, which is funny because I listened to it again. I was sick, really. Like I was just getting off of being sick, and I feel like I could hear that in myself the whole time. A little bit of a low energy in that one. I almost want to redo the first episode. Maybe we'll do if we keep doing this, like a year from now, we'll just we'll go back and do like a bigger Scream 1 thing.
Just redo them with the
Just-
new one
just the first
in
one.
preparation
No,
for
just the
8.
first one. Yeah, exactly. We'll watch the very first one and then we'll watch 8.
So I have a second
Oh.
compliment from Lola today, though. Well, actually, it's
Yeah.
not a compliment; it's a comment.
Okay, those are good too.
So she texted this to me after she'd listened to it and said, "First of all, I love that you called out Rachel by name for spoiling Scream 2. Secondly, what is up with Ben? Why can't he separate the killers? It's distracting."
But I do, didn't I? Because if you're a team, you're one killer. It's not like they were killing independently. They were like, it is a coordinated thing. So it's hard for me to separate that. I feel like it's not like if there was like a killer in Ghostface and then another killer, and like if we were watching Freddy versus Jason or something, obviously I'm not gonna put them together. Those are 2 separate killers, but they're a unit. They're one thing.
I've planned attacks.
And honestly, that'd be kind of interesting. I don't know how you would do it or how ridiculous that would be, but if you made it that there were 2 killers and they were acting independently of each other the whole time.
That was supposed to be Scream 4. Joe was supposed to survive. Remember, Sydney was supposed to have amnesia.
Yeah, but that was a different movie.
And there was going to be another killer, and it was going to be Jill
Right.
against the other killer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know?
You're right. Yeah, like I would. I don't know. It's just. I think that's why I have a hard time. Is because it's a team effort. you
Well,
know?
there you go, Lola. There's your
Yeah.
answer. And
So
then,
I think it's actually weirder that people are separating them.
And then I
you
saw
know?
her at Bowling League on Monday, and she also requested that we do the Human Centipede movies. And I said,
Oh God.
I don't think I could do that.
I've never seen them. I mean, I would do them for this. I would do them for the content. Oh, I have some ideas for franchises we can do, you know? And we don't have to stick to, I think we should be a mainly horror, but we can go, like, we can branch out.
Heck yeah.
There's a lot of sci-fi horror. Is Jaws horror? Yeah, I think so. You know?
Can get into some Stephen King shit.
Totally. I'm down with that. We could do like all the Stephen King adaptations
Yeah.
and like rank those.
I
That'd
just
be cool.
read it, and it took
Oh,
me
nice.
a fucking year to get through that book.
Because he was on cocaine. And every sentence is like a paragraph long.
It was really good. I have some...
Except for that orgy at the end, huh?
Yeah, I was like, that was fucking weird. And that's when I was like, I don't really want to finish this book anymore.
It's one of those things where people were pissed about that being excluded from the movies, and you're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
We're here to talk about Scream 6. First of all, though, I will say my mom listened to the episode 1 and wanted to say, very good job.
Nice.
She also watched the first movie, which she has no memory of watching with me originally. So she rewatched the first movie and then she listened to our podcast, which I thought was cool.
That's a comment that I have been getting from like people I know who've listened, is they were like, as soon as I listened to episode 1, I went back and watched Scream.
They should do it the opposite way.
And they were like, you made a really good point about this, or I agree with that. Like, I've been getting some good comments and feedback.
Nice.
I'm digging it.
That's great. Well, hopefully we can keep up with the good commentary.
Yep. Shout out Lola and Ben's mom.
Yes.
Keep the comments
Shout out to
coming.
you guys. All right. Scream 6. Here we are. Spoilers all around. If you're here again, if this is your first time, we're not going to give you some sort of preview. If you haven't seen this movie, it's about to be 100% spoiled for you. And every movie that came before it. Because there's no way to talk about this one without talking about those. First of all, I just want to know, like, overall, do you like this movie?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
I actually really loved it when I saw it in the theaters. Like my initial reaction was like, oh, it's so good. It's you know, we talked about this on this episode, but it's funny watching them critically though, because it's changing my feelings on a lot of them. Like I love them all. They're all great, but
I agree. I remember liking this one the first time I saw it. Like, I remember being like, I like this way better than 5. And I didn't like 5 that much, but now going back, I actually liked it more than I did the first time. And this one, I actually like a little bit less. I've like seen more. I still like it, but I'm seeing more like issues I have with it overall.
See, what's funny is I liked 5 better, and this one I really liked still, but I was like 5 was better. But watching it this time, there's some really big high points in it for me.
Totally.
Like all the new characters. I think they got back to some of the like core roots with like all the new characters are fun, and I liked them all.
Yeah.
You know, like the last one, a lot of characters in it felt really like expendable.
Forgettable.
Is that the word I'm
Even the
looking for?
core character, like I would say like Mindy and
Chad weren't even
Chad.
good. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember liking them that much in that one, but in this one, I think the core 4, as they refer to themselves.
Yeah. They were developed.
The strongest part of the movie.
Yeah.
I loved watching every interaction they had. That scene where they're sitting at the dinner table together after, you know, halfway through the movie and having that chat about her across the street, like boyfriend or whatever.
Who is my favorite of all the new characters? He's like the best red herring ever, and I fucking
the boy.
love him.
You like the boyfriend?
Oh yeah, Danny.
Okay.
Was that his name in it?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I really like him. If you haven't caught on by me dropping my wife, I am a lesbian, Podworld, but I had a big crush on him. I was like, okay, now that's a man.
Okay, interesting. He's fine. Like, I think fine in the sense of like he's an okay character to me. He's just there.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't impressed or not, like I didn't dislike him either. He was just like you said, a red herring, and that was fine. I didn't find him super compelling.
Interesting.
But we'll talk about that later in the movie.
Yeah, so
when we get to like more of his friends.
Chat
But
opening.
Wait, what?
We're gonna chat opening first.
Sure.
What did you say?
Let's do opening.
Well, you were about to say something. What were you gonna say, Ben?
Well, I was just saying overall, like I think that's the strongest part of this movie. I could say is both the 4 of them, and also like the little bit of the love story that we got.
Mm-hmm.
With Chad and Tara.
Yep.
I thought, oh, this is nice to have this, because I honestly, we had that thing with Kirby, but we've never, outside of like Dewey and Gail, we haven't really had like some sort of like innocent, cute romance thing happening.
You didn't think
it's
Billy
always
and
been
Sydney's sexual pressure was cute?
They didn't really have a meet cute or anything. You know what I mean? Like that was just like toxic from the beginning.
Yep.
So Yeah, I kind of like this. And I'm glad that neither of them are the killer because that would have totally ruined it. Anyway,
Cool.
so yeah, let's talk about the opening scene.
All right.
We
So,
should have been ranking the opening scenes, by the way.
well, why don't we do this? We have 6 scenes.
Maybe we'll do that in the
tonight,
next one because we're gonna do a little prediction episode, I think, for the new movie, and
Yeah.
and maybe we rank the opening scenes there in
Okay.
anticipation of the new opening scene.
I like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
What
do you think of it?
Okay. I think, they tried to do like a fun new take. I always hate when they do a kill on a kill or a movie on a movie. Like that's always just too much for me. I like the teacher's death by a student. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like when he takes his mask off. I did recently read Helter Skelter, and so rewatching it was interesting because like his description when he's describing killing her to his roommate on the phone, and he was like, it was like meat and like, she was becoming less and less human or whatever. That was like almost verbatim the description of like one of the Manson killers on the trial. So I was wondering like, was that like intentional, or were they just like, that's a good line, or like,
I'm sure it was
like what they were trying to comment with that.
Did you know he was a student?
No.
And that was his teacher at that moment?
Not until he was like talking to his roommate.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he was like, she gave me a D or whatever, and blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they tried to do like they're trying to stay modern, right? So they're trying to do this whole like Tinder date gone wrong thing. But it's got to be so hard to do these opening scenes because we're all expecting there to be one, right? And I think the only one that's really landed, well, I think the second movie had a good one, but was the one with Tara because she survives.
Yeah.
This one, like this, okay, we're introduced to this guy who killed her, and then but then he gets killed, and am I supposed to be scared in this moment for this killer that he's about to get? Like, it's at this point, it's like I don't ever feel like really that scared. I assume this girl's gonna die in an alley because.
Well, and the thing that it sets up is like, okay, so like we've expanded to a place where now Ghostface has become like an iconic killer, and so anybody who wants to be a killer can be a Ghostface.
Yeah.
And they're kind of setting that up with a Ghostface killer getting killed by a Ghostface killer, but then they're not expanding any further beyond that idea.
Yeah, but then once you kind of figure out the end of it, I have more questions like, how did they know that this was going to happen? And
yeah,
why did they, if they were like, well, we had to kill these killers because we wanted to be the killers, we had to kill you first. Like,
how would he have known that they were planning?
But why would they taunt him for like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're obviously enjoying killing. We'll get back to that too. Like what the motivation of these killers, but like the whole thing, again, it felt like 4 where it was like a fake out for another. It's just like, I don't care about this. Like this, I'm not scared. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to be more modern with these like killers being sort of like, again, I'll say like incels or whatever. You know what I mean? But
it just would have worked better.
We've
for
always
me
been
if
that.
it was,
it's not new. Yeah.
If it was the teacher. And that was it. And the reason the teacher's killed is because she's Tara's teacher or whatever at college. Like that's enough of a connection for me for that to work for me. But yeah, they didn't need to do the kill on the kill. Like
I just don't understand.
Overkill.
Yeah, it's exactly nice. Yeah, I don't get the point really. We're gonna kill the killer, isn't that? But it's so I don't know. It's so I don't think they execute. I think that's the thing. I think the idea there, especially with the Tinder date idea, was there. It's just the execution of it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And then there's like they find out about the teacher later, but it's like not really connected to their personal lives. So it's like, why does this matter to anybody?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So then we get to that's followed up by Tara in therapy.
Yeah.
Or not Tara, Sam in therapy.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. So it's like, oh, we've been doing this for 6 months and I can't help you if you can't tell me what's going on. So how does her therapist have no idea? But like literally everybody else has seen it in the news and random strangers are taunting her about it. But the therapist has no fucking idea.
This is my main issue with this movie is like none of this seems actually possible. Right. Like I was like, you didn't Google her? She didn't give you a fake name.
Yeah.
How do you not know about this? Like,
and if everybody in that area knows about it, it's on the news.
As a therapist, like clearly this person needs help and you're like, get the fuck out. Like this is just because her dad was a serial killer.
Mm-hmm. I caught a lot of holes in the storyline this time.
Yeah, this scene doesn't work for me. I don't even know why we need a therapist scene, to be honest. Like, I know we need to like show that, oh, she's a little dark. She's like dark version of Sydney. Like she actually has like a little bit of a bloodlust, which we kind of see already. We saw in the last movie. Do we need to see it said out loud? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We don't. That's the thing. And it's like we get it
Yeah.
when she's trying to get rid of Billy in her head. Like that's all we need.
Exactly. All we need are the Billy visions or whatever. So yeah, whatever.
And then I have a lot of questions about why they did things because they don't totally make sense, the storyline. So she leaves therapy. She gets to her apartment where we're introduced to like the slutty roommate. I like how like this character is a slut. That's her personality trait. But she actually was really funny and well acted. So I really liked her.
Yeah.
But immediately I was like, okay, given everything that they've been through, why would they just get a stranger for a roommate? Why would they have a roommate at all?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's expensive to live in New York.
Well, why wouldn't you live with Chad and
Mindy? Is that
then?
where they are? Are they in New York, by the way?
Yes.
I don't even know.
Yes, they're in New York.
Okay.
Although it was filmed in Toronto, so technically they're in Toronto.
Actually, it's Montreal. I looked it up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it was Canada.
Or maybe that was the first one. Or
the first one was in California.
No, number 5. I mean, number 5.
Yeah. Nothing's
The
filmed
first
in
of the
LA
new ones.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were doing like a whole little role reversal thing. Like, oh, usually we see like a guy, like a fraternity guy would come out and be like, oh, this girl's different than the girl I'm usually hooking up with. You know what I mean? Like the whole slutty thing. But they did a little bit of the role reversal.
Who the fuck is Paul?
Exactly. Yeah. Who's the hot guy when they're talking about the guy across the hall or whatever? Yeah. I don't know. Again, what are the odds that the lightning is going to strike twice, as Mindy says in like the next scene or whatever? But
yeah,
I think having a roommate makes sense. Also, we need more people to kill, right? It's a Scream movie. How else are we going to get more people to kill?
Having a roommate makes sense, but not a complete fucking stranger.
Yeah,
I mean, we had this whole conversation around 2 where you were like, do you think Sydney actually suspects her boyfriend, or do you think, and I don't remember your exact question, but I was like, I think she's just from the first time learned not to trust anybody.
Yeah.
But these girls are like, nah, fuck it.
They simultaneously trust nobody and everybody.
Yeah.
It's like pick a lane. Yeah. Yeah, that you're right. Like, I think it is weird that the core 4 don't just all live together.
Yeah.
You know, I also have an issue with like this relationship that she has with her sister at this point, like this overprotective, like, you can't go to parties, like you got to tell me all that. Like, I hate those storylines. Like, they did that shit in Stranger Things with Hopper and 11, and like, I'm sick of it. It's so cliched. Like, it's like throwing tension into a relationship just to have tension, so later they can have a moment where they come together.
Mm-hmm.
It's lazy. Like, why couldn't they just be like happy together? Like, there's enough tension in this movie.
Like struggling but supporting each other.
Exactly. Maybe have them both sort of struggling with it. Like, maybe not have this whole thing. You need to face this trauma when she's like, I'm fine. And honestly, maybe she was.
Which I think it's totally fine to show that different people cope differently.
Exactly.
But it's weird that Tara's that Sam is trying to tell her how she has to cope. Like, she doesn't seem like that type of character to be like, no, this is the right way to grieve and cope, and this is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, and you don't know. Maybe she is, and like, she's just not saying it to you. Like, just because you're not seeing. Like, anyway, that bothers me. But anyway, so she goes to this party after that to like save Tara from
tases that guy
partying, I guess, having a good time. But then we get to see Mindy. We get to see Chad again. We see Mindy's new girlfriend and this other new character that Chad's like talking up. Just that guy is charming. Whoever I don't know that guy's name. Chad. Who's the actor?
Mason Gooding. He's like,
that guy's. I like that guy. He was in Booksmart as well.
He was?
I'm pretty sure he was in Booksmart as well.
I need to watch that movie again. I remember really liking it, but I've only seen it once. And everyone will be like, "Oh, I know them, Booksmart," and I'm like,
"Oh, really?"
I don't remember shit about that movie. This literally happened 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it's funny because at the end of the movie, one of the killers is like, you know how good it felt to kill that fucking frat, conceited. And I'm like, he's like the opposite of all the things you just said. Like, you know what I mean? He's like the one person in this whole movie that's like constantly like helping out his friends and lifting up his friends and shit. Not at all what you think he is.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he like goes to save Tara. And then we have this annoying thing where like Sam shows up, tasers that guy in the balls that's trying to hook up with her sister. even though she's like willingly going up there. And then as they're walking back, I think that's sort of when you really see the effect of this conspiracy, right? That Sam has been put on Sam, that she was the actual killer and framed Richie and I don't remember their names.
Oh, Amber.
Amber, yeah.
I also saw a funny video today because I watch all things Scream, as you know. But it was like, I don't even remember what it was going through, but it was like talking about how like the dad's name is like Officer Bailey, but then the kids' last names are different names because they're fake, and it's like this. And then it's like, but Richie Kirsch. And so they're like, are they Kirsches or Baileys? I really don't fucking know.
I don't know either. And honestly, how does the cop have a fake name?
Yeah. Who knows? Loose writing.
This misinformation thing, I think they could have done a lot with.
Mm-hmm.
This sort of like online conspiracies where the whole world is like taking it upon themselves to like think, oh, actually, no, you know who the killer is? It's Sam, and she orchestrated this whole thing and then framed these two people, and she's out there getting away with it. And like part of the country believes this, right? And so like she has this confrontation in the street. Like there's a lot you could do with that, and I think that
you can tell in the writing that they had good ideas, but that it was rushed to rush this out after the success of the first one. And that's the problem with rushing sequels, is you do it to make money and then you lose the quality and like the tight storytelling.
But I don't even know if it was rushing, because like even the second one, like here's the thing. The first one I think they have too much to balance in this movie. We're balancing legacy characters, new characters. We're balancing these themes of misinformation, this theme of the main character having a sort of a dark side with bloodlust. Like it's also a mystery who the killer is. You have this sister relationship thing happening. Like there's so much happening, and they have this love story between the sister and this guy. There's so much happening in this movie that you forget how perfectly balanced the very first one was, because they do this really cool meta thing. It's also a commentary on the media, and it's also like this high school movie, right? And they just executed it flawlessly. And then you're watching them just try to do too many things, and like they could have done something with this misinformation thing if that was like. Because I think, I'm going on a tangent real quick, but just stick with me. I think part of what Scream is it is sort of a commentary on media, whether that media is movies or TV or whatever. And for it to evolve, if you're going to evolve it, you need to then evolve it. But in this movie, they try to be both meta commentary about movies, because they have that whole scene where she's like, here's the new rules with the requels and blah, 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 which is honestly, I'm kind of over that at this point.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to do this new thing about misinformation and Tinder, and like there's all this other stuff that's coming, and like, but they don't have anything to say. And then at the same time, at the end of the day, it all comes back to just like, oh, that's the killer? Okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's like they're trying to say too many things at once, instead of picking one thing and saying this is what we're talking about in this movie and just nailing that one thing on the head. Yeah.
But also, I don't know what this movie is as a meta commentary about anymore. And if that is what Scream's DNA is, you need to figure that out. And if you're just going to abandon it completely, then abandon it completely. Because just having a single scene where it's talking about movie rules like isn't enough for this to now still be like a franchise about movies. Do you know what I mean?
I did make a note that, we'd been talking about how in 5, you completely lose the media commentary as like exposition. And this one did get back to that. You got like the media stories again being like Sam Carpenter, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they kind of start to hit those notes again.
They start it. They have a scene like that, just like they have a scene with the rules, but like you're not making it a part. It doesn't feel like it's the blood life of this movie. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like the underlying layer of that connects everything. It's just like, here's that scene that we've seen a million times in Scream. They do a thing with the news. So we need to have the scene with the news in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of it actually having something to say about the media. Yeah. And mainstream media. Anyway, that's what bothers me, I think, mainly about this movie. All that stuff goes away.
What do you think about the New York setting?
I mean, I like it.
I think I like it because I like the whole, where you're surrounded by people, you're actually like less safe.
Like you can still be, I think, watching the opening scene, I know we kind of dissed it, but she's in that alley getting murdered, and there's people walking around on either end. But no one's noticing that she's dying here, and he
Very
could just
Helen
take his
Shiver
mask
vibes.
off. Yeah, it's creepy. It is creepy. That's all I got to say about that. My rant is over.
I liked it.
About that.
You made some good points.
I hope that Scream gets back to that. I guess like we need to have. What do you think? Like I don't know if this was like the main drive of that original movie was like, oh, it's a self-aware horror movie.
Yeah,
but that's
I think you make good points, because I think the first four, we know exactly what their commentary on society, media, whatever at the moment is. Like we know exactly what the point is. We don't with the last two at all. You're right. They've lost that. And it's definitely gone in 5. And it seems like they are like trying to get it back in this one. But like you said, it's not like they really like connect the dots. They do. Well, here's the media talking about Sam, and here's somebody calling Sam the killer.
Right.
But there's no like through line. Like it's a couple of snippets.
Like they could have done a lot more with like, because they do have that news scene where they're like, people online think that Sam is actually the killer and she's now the main suspect. Like it's like that idea that mainstream media is looking on like what online commentary is saying and then using that to boost their ratings or whatever. But like again, that's just me like making that connection for them. Like I don't think they're really driving that point home at all. Just remember how many like scenes with reporters we've had in all, like especially those first 3 movies that we just don't have anymore.
Their role would have been, I'm dragging a little bit, or not dragging, jumping a little bit, but I was thinking, like, I was going to ask you, like, how you feel Sam works as a final girl in this one, and then I was like, well, actually, what do you think about, like, Sydney not being in this one, and, like, what her role even would have been in this movie?
Well, I want to ask you that, too, but I will say, like, the whole excuse, I wish they didn't even mention Sydney, because, like, the whole thing where Gail's like, I talked to Sydney, she's going to stay away, she deserves to happen. Like, Sydney would never in a million years do that. Like, she would be like, I got to go help. Because that's what she does. So I think it's almost like a disservice to even mention her at all in this movie, and I wish that they didn't. I wish it was just Gail just showed up to help, and for whatever reason Sydney didn't, and that's fine. Like we don't need an actual quote from Sydney. Like how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean the quote didn't really bother me, I guess, because I think at that point when you're a parent you have to make the choice
that is a good point.
Safe for
you would
for
know,
your family.
not me.
But she was also a parent in the one before that, and I think after losing Dewey too, and the stakes being as high, she wants to protect Gail. So you make a point. But I literally am like, what would her role be in this? Like, Gail at least still has like I'm the investigator, I'm trying to solve the mystery, and Sydney just shows up and is like, well, it started with me, so I guess I'm going to show up and try to end it again, even though this storyline now actually has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. What do you think about Gail in this movie?
Not a lot going on.
Do you feel like Gail in this movie is the character that has grown, that she's grown to be in the other 5 movies? Or do you feel like this is, like, to me, she's sort of regressed a little bit.
She's totally regressed. She goes back to, like, there's, like, a whole fight with her. Like, they repeat the whole storyline of Sam's upset about what she wrote in her book. And Sam's like, it's an exact quote. And it's like, it's just reusing previous elements from old Screams. And, like, yeah.
And it's not needed.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need her to show up and there be tension with her. Like, she can show up and they could be like, oh my God, Gail, you came.
I think this one would have been a really good opportunity to break from all legacy characters, because they're not needed in this. And you can still always go back to them later, like if you want, but you could have had an opportunity to break and follow another storyline and like acknowledge that they're out in the world or not. It doesn't matter. Like, this is a new story at this point. We've started the new story and now we've taken it to a direction where it doesn't actually make sense to have Gail and Sydney and his legacy characters.
I agree. I think having Kirby was smart. Like, I think that would be like the right quote unquote legacy character. She's barely a legacy character. You still
tie it in, but it's not trying to keep Gail and Sydney for the sake of Gail and Sydney when you don't have anything for them to do in the story.
Yeah, we're retreading all this, like, oh, she gets punched in the face again. Yeah. Oh, like she's having sarcasm with Kirby and like about investigating and like all this stuff. Like,
but also, so this was one thing I caught that I hadn't noticed before. So when they see Kirby at the detective office after the bodega scene, which we'll go back to that, but Kirby and Sam say hi to each other, And I think it's like Detective Bailey or whatever, who's like, you know each other or something. And they're like, yeah, we went to high school. I was a freshman and she was a senior. So Sam and Tara have always spoken about the Woodsboro killings as if it's something that happened in their town, but not to them. If Sam was in high school when Kirby and all her friends were being killed, or they were just living in the town when that happened, it wouldn't be stories from the past. They'd be relevant to them.
Totally. Yeah.
And when I caught that, I was like, oh, I don't like that. They shouldn't have added that line.
Also, the timing doesn't even work out because she said like 10 years ago in 2011. I'm like, what year does this movie take place in? What year did this movie come out? Maybe I'm just wrong.
It came out in 2022.
Okay, so that would be like 10 years later, but like would Kirby be 30? No. At one point, Kirby's like, I'm 30. But that doesn't make, like, if that was 10 years ago and she was still in high school,
She'd been 20.
She'd be 28. Did she fail twice? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
How that math works. But whatever, I guess. Anyway, I do like I don't mind if you bring Gail back, but again, like do something a little bit different then. Don't just like, we're just doing the Gail thing that we've done so many times. Like make them happy
you
to
want,
see
but
her.
do it with intention and purpose.
Yeah, she's a character who has taken on the killer so many times and like kicked their ass. Like she's an asset. You wouldn't not want her to be there.
And it was like, it just felt like, okay, like we do these Gail things and then, Gail's never gotten a call from Ghostface. So we'll throw that in. Check. And then we're going to make you think for a second she might die because we care about her. And she's like the only legacy character left in this movie. But don't worry, she's okay.
I do like that scene though.
Her
like on its own, not in this movie, like as its own little scene, like cool scene. A cool way to like have her interact with the killer and survive or whatever with the gun and like shooting through the door and stuff. But again, it almost feels like a detour in this movie where all of a sudden we're like, now we're attacking Gail. Get all the characters to like run to save Gail for this like 5-minute scene, and then like it lifts out of this movie. You don't need to have this scene at all with Gail.
Let's backtrack real quick though.
Yes.
And let's talk.
We got a lot to say about this one.
Yeah.
You know,
I did not expect to have this much to say about it, but when I was watching it, I just like kept taking notes, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Let's go to the bodega scene, because this was like the notorious scene for like, oh my god, Ghostface is using a gun and also killing random civilians.
You know, it's funny. Like the first time I watched it, I didn't know that was like something that people were complaining about online, but it is totally something people would complain about. Like he's using a gun. Like, this isn't Scream. Scream doesn't use a gun or whatever. Yeah. I don't care. Like I like this scene. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me in the scene is that no one else walked into the store while this was happening. Like it's a bodega on the store. Like I get like going in and then like taking out the people that are already in there,
or
but
a bunch
like,
of people outside on the streets running away that you can like see being like, oh my god,
or that call the cops, and like having that happen. Like they didn't even cut to it. So like that, because they're in there for a while. They're doing the whole Jurassic Park like kids in the kitchen thing. You know what I mean? Like walking around the aisles and shit.
Yep. Which I'm fucking sorry, but how big is a bodega that Ghostface doesn't know right where the fuck they're at?
I'm such a hypocrite because like I can give this scene a benefit. I like this scene for whatever reason. I like the fact that like this killer goes in there and just like starts killing everyone that's in the store. And then like in the middle of, I guess maybe it's not day, it's nighttime, but like in the middle of a city, in the middle of a store, like this is crazy that this is happening.
But also it's so easy to kill all these randos, but it's that hard to kill the Carpenter sisters in the same
No, I mean,
scene.
you're right. You're right. But again, it's like my suspension of disbelief is like, they've dealt with a killer before. These people, they think it's Halloween. They don't know this guy's like trying to kill them or whatever, right? Like he like has the upper hand or whatever. But I think if you're going to be in a city for a movie, like you have to then use the city as the setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this was
which they did great with the ladder scene, and poor Annika, R.I.P.
Yeah, that's true.
I liked that scene.
I did too. But so I'm guessing you don't really like this scene. Is what I'm getting from you.
I'm not all bitter about it like some of the fans were.
Yeah. What were the fans' complaints like to be like? I don't know.
I think it was just like they were trying to be like, oh, Ghostface is playing by new rules. He uses a gun and kills strangers now. And people were like, you're breaking from the character. It's like if Batman killed villains.
Well, not exactly one for one on that.
No, but I mean, you get my point. People want their characters to stay in their lane.
But they don't think that, I don't know. I think it makes sense to me that because he's tried to kill people that he's not.
It's funny that they got uppity with this one because, like, I was thinking about this back in October because we watch, all October, we watch like shit ton of horror movies, and it's not like Michael Myers only uses a knife or, no other killers only use like one weapon, and nobody like gets up in arms about it. Like, but people were really not happy about that with Ghostface.
Yeah.
Like in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer, like the fisherman uses some cool fishing tools, and I thought it was like great.
Yeah, I guess that would still be on theme though if it was just different fishing tools. Yeah, I can see why they would do that, but it's like, to me, in the moment, it would almost be less realistic if you were trying to kill someone and like there was a shotgun there and you didn't pick it up and use it.
Yeah.
And also, doesn't Billy pick up a gun in the first movie? Like, what are they talking about?
That's true. That is true.
In fact, they always pick up a gun at some point.
I think it was more the issue is that it was like a public killing. Like Ghostface didn't attack people in public before.
Except he does. He did it in the high school.
But
there's plenty of situations where he's been in public.
Not that he like has killed people in front of other people, like just done it with like an audience around.
I mean, he did it in front of Courtney Cox in the second one. Well, he tried to, at least. He tried to kill Dewey.
Yeah, you're right. I can't argue all these people's points because in the very first one, it was in a fucking movie theater.
I kind of get it. But here's the thing: like, online fandom is so toxic these days with everything. Like, it's part of me doesn't even believe that people actually feel this way. It's just like they want to have something to criticize.
Well, it's the whole thing when you go into, like, we've worked in marketing together.
Yeah.
When you go into a meeting to, have an internal review, and everybody for some reason like feels the need to have something to say. Like,
exactly.
It's
what are we doing right now?
Yeah, like it's exactly. Yes. It's one thing to say something though, if you have like an actual point, but if you're saying it just for the sake of saying it, just to like, be like, oh, well, I have something to add too. Like I remember like, I was thinking about this the other day and how when I first moved to LA and was letting people read my writing, I was like so self-conscious about sharing scripts. And I like felt like I was a really bad writer because you give people your scripts and then they immediately come back with a shit ton of like feedback and tear it apart. None of them are professional writers though, mind you. They're all your friends trying to do the same thing. And it's like, you have to learn to trust your instincts and like not like block out when people are saying shit just to say shit.
I think our generation was the generation that was just given so much unsolicited advice constantly growing up and stuff that we feel the need, and we're doing it right now. It's so funny. It's so ironic. Like, everyone online these days feels like they're supposed to be saying their opinion on anything at all times.
Mm-hmm.
The way that we live in social media world, like on Reddit or whatever, everyone is just chiming in with their opinion all the time because I think they feel like they're supposed to. But then it's like, I don't care what this random person thinks.
Yeah.
And
unless you like what they're talking about,
have a podcast,
if you have similar interests.
And it's sort of hypocritical, but
I don't think it, but it's like,
no, I mean, I don't say that. Like, whatever. We're doing it because we have fun.
We both had
fine.
films and career. We both like scary or careers in film. We both like scary movies. Like, did film school, do the writing thing. Like, we're people who are talking about films we like because we like films and we actually study them. Like, we're not sitting here having a podcast about somebody's murder that we don't know dick about. We're not detectives who have
opinions.
I
agree. I think that my opinion on movies would be somewhat like have more weight to it than a lot of random opinions you'd go on Reddit and be like, this person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about or whatever. But I do feel like there's a need in the society now to like state your opinion publicly. And maybe that is a subconscious thing that we all feel. What's funny? Like, society got to a point where like social media became about show and tell. Like, oh, I need to show people like stuff. But now it's sort of like twisted the like even deeper where it's like, now I want people to have a parasocial relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have a parasocial relationship with somebody else. Like, it's so bizarre how quickly that flipped where like, there are people that I've been watching on YouTube or listening to their podcast for like over 10 years now. And I feel like I know them. I'm not creepy about it. I'm not like like writing messages, but like if I ever saw them in real life and like was like, oh, hey, I would know so much about them already.
Mm-hmm.
That is so bizarre. Like, this isn't just like celebrity.
That we just put so much information out there for strangers.
I know their kids' names.
Why isn't this the plot of the next Scream movie?
But seriously, it's weird. Like, there's so many like content creators that I know way too much about.
Yeah, nothing's
like where they
private
went to
anymore.
college and what restaurants they like to go to. It's weird. I should know that. Anyway, hopefully people have parasocial relationships with us.
Yeah.
And we can have that type of fan base, you know. Anyway,
Okay.
back to the fandom.
So toxic fandom.
Yeah.
I
So
want to
you-
take
so
it back.
you-
I want to take it back to the opening real quick with
Yeah.
the roommates who are the
Is this related to the convenience
stab
store or bodega?
fans. Nope, you just were like, like, let's take it back to the fandom. And I was like, toxic fans. Okay. These two being like, I have a really hard time buying, like, we're really big fans of this franchise, so we're going to become killers now too. And they kind of leaned on that in 5 and 6.
Dude, I literally have this whole finishing Richie's film thing is old.
And it doesn't, it's not
motive.
believable.
It's not at all. Even if you think about Mickey back from Scream 2, it wasn't about a specific movie. It was about the movies made me do it, which is a whole different
Yeah, it was about
idea.
a trial. It was like,
First of all, maybe if they didn't refer to it as like Richie's movie or whatever, it'd be more believable. It's like, I just want to finish what Richie started. Okay.
which also, how did it like get out to the public that that's what Richie was doing?
Gail's book.
Ah,
I
fucking
would
Gail,
assume.
man.
Fucking Gail. This regression ruining
Yeah,
everything.
I'm sorry. I just don't believe.
I agree.
I don't believe it.
I agree. There's a lot of crazy people in the world though, but I agree. I think that's weak sauce, honestly. And we'll get to these actual killers for this movie's motive later, which I think is also weak sauce.
Yeah.
I
think this was there were elements I really liked of this.
Are you talking about
the
bodega?
killer's motives? I mean, this whole movie, like,
yeah.
For me, like, it's really like I liked the new characters. Like, after the bodega and after Kirby comes back, we then get like another scene reminiscent of, like, we get the rule scene, and it was very fun to watch. It felt reminiscent of the first film to me, and I was like, oh, this is a good note right now. I did think it was funny. I made this note that it's like, it's funny that this is the 6th film, but the first time that Mindy's acknowledging that it's a franchise.
At what point does it become a franchise? You know what I mean? Like, they're making it seem like, oh yeah, like it's a franchise now. But I guess because they don't have we did the sequel thing. Oh, and a sequel.
But then it's annoying
the trilogy
because then
thing.
she literally
did the reboot
she
thing.
just like Randy predicts who the killers are. And it makes it annoying going into the next films because it's like, oh, listen to what Mindy says. She's going to tell us who the killer is in 7.
Yeah. Also, I mean, they're just redoing Scream 2 in this movie. Everything about this movie is Scream 2. The parent killer, the college setting, the
theater scene.
The fact that
the theater
Chad
shrine.
gets the shit stabbed out of him and still survives like fucking Dewey.
Also, how did Richie afford that theater in New York that he was like making a shrine? And why was it in New York? Like, he wasn't in New York in the film.
And how did he afford? How did he get all of those? They're not props.
Yeah.
They're not from the movie stabbed. They're fucking actual evidence. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
The whole thing doesn't make any sense. Also, we haven't talked about this. We're bashing the shit out of this movie. I don't think it's as bad as we're bashing it.
No.
It's a fun movie still.
A lot.
Yeah.
I watched it through a critical lens to have something to say in this movie. And I was like, actually, I have a lot to say.
Yeah. The whole leaving the masks at the like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
It has it has nothing to do with anything that's happening. There's no countdown. I mean, they're trying to kill Sam at every point in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're waiting to the last kill to finally kill her. Like, they're trying to kill her within 5 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
What is the point of leaving the masks around?
I don't know. I do like the scene.
It doesn't make any sense.
The theater, like, I don't think the theater was necessary. Like, I think they wanted a cool set piece, whatever. I did like the different ghost faces.
It was cool seeing them all like that.
If they had just had that,
but like, this whole like, what would be
Richie rented a theater and turned it into a shrine? And if it was just like, this cycle has some ghost face masks about, I don't know.
Yeah, I just didn't get that leaving the calling card thing. Like, I don't understand what that's telling the killer.
Well, Kirby had the line where she's like, "It's like they're counting down to something."
To what?
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they set it all up to be something cool and meaningful, but then like they just like, we'll just drop it.
I guess it's that they're counting down to Billy Loomis, where Sam has to face
But they're trying to kill her like right away.
I know. I don't know,
makes
Ben.
no sense.
The writing's not tight in this one.
It's just like, then they're leaving the masks of all the old killers because it's a countdown. A countdown to what? Well, that's not important.
Right.
We just need a character to say it's a countdown to something halfway through this movie to keep the audience engaged. Like,
I think
it's stupid.
What's the bummer is that like horror has always been, until recently, horror's snuff pieces. Like nobody expects good writing out of them. And every once in a while you actually get a really well-written horror film and it's great. But it's like, why is that? Like, why do we like not expect like quality storytelling and we're only showing up for kills? What does that say about the viewers?
Yeah, I agree. I do think that like nowadays, like there was a time, especially in the 70s and 80s, where like there were certain genres that were like looked down upon. Mm-hmm. But now we've gotten to a place where there are great films in every genre that like the excuse of bad writing in some of these genres, it doesn't cut it for me. So it's like, also this is Scream. Like it's super mainstream now and popular, and I get it. Maybe that's like making me less cool to like it so much, but whatever. Like to me, there's a certain standard if you're like the tier slasher movie. And to me this is, and maybe there's some purists out there that will say like, oh no, it's Friday the 13th or it's Halloween or whatever, and those are great movies too, but like to me this is like one of the top IPs for slasher movies. Like
I would 100% argue it is the top. I mean, I feel like that's why we started this in the first place.
Exactly.
And
like
when you look at all the other franchises, like you can have a long running franchise but all the stories aren't connected. This one has actually been able to tell one connected story now through 7 films.
Yeah, the bar is high for me. And I feel like they're trying too hard to appease everybody, to appease fans. They're trying to think, what would the fans want? Mm-hmm. Instead of actually like going into a vacuum and being like, what would be really cool? Yeah. Like, fuck what the fans think. Fuck what, like obviously it has to be in the spirit of Scream, but like really think about it. Don't rely on like, well, they all, they love the meta commentary and they love the whodunit and they love all these, like, those are just like ingredients to a recipe. Like really, like free yourself and try to do something unique. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that's scary, but we've seen it already in Scream. And this movie is proving it to me. Like this movie is like Scream 2 again. And honestly, like a lot of the death scenes are pretty uninteresting in this movie.
I have a note that said they definitely just killed a bunch of randos in this instead of having fleshed out characters. Yeah.
I mean, I would argue that the 4 core are great in this, and they actually made them more likable in this movie. Mm-hmm. And that's, again, we've already said it, like the strongest part about this movie. But I agree, like a lot of these deaths are just like random people that I don't care about.
That have nothing to do with the story.
The therapist, the 2 killers at the beginning, the
teacher at the beginning.
Store. Yeah, exactly. I don't care about any of these. I barely
all
even
the
care
people
about
in the bodega.
Yeah, I barely cared about what's her name who fell off the ladder. That was a cool scene though.
I liked her.
Yeah.
But
we're getting long, so we gotta maybe. Is there stuff you want to talk about? Yeah. Well, I guess there's like 10 minutes we gotta cut out of this.
Yeah.
That no one will never know about. But
I do really like that these films they get further and further away from building really great tense chase scenes. But I thought the subway scene was really solid.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was a great way to throw you off of one of the killers also. I was like, everything about that was well done.
Yeah. I agree. Also cool to do this whole city theme we were talking about with the bodega and like to have this kill happen in a public place, right? Like this, like the crowded place like this. Very cool. I mean, we haven't really seen that outside like the movie theater.
Yeah.
From Scream 2 and obviously the bodega. Yeah, I thought that was a cool scene too. Also made me care about Mindy more than I thought I cared about her.
Yeah, I did not think I cared about her either, but yeah. And I definitely did not care about Chad in the first one, but I loved him in this one. He was my favorite character in this one.
Yeah, same. But also, if you think about it, though, why didn't what's the guy killer's name? The roommate?
Is it Ethan?
The male roommate, whatever his name is. I don't even know. Why wouldn't he just kill her? Why would he help her to the hospital or whatever? Is that what happens, or does she?
Because he's got to throw him off the scent so that they can get the Carpenter sisters to Richie's shrine for the final showdown.
But then why even try to kill her in the first place?
I don't know.
Let's talk about Kirby.
She's awesome.
Do you okay, you like her in this movie too?
I think I was just so happy to have her back.
Same.
I think it's cool that she took her trauma and used it to be like, I'm gonna try and stop killers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was actually really fun that they were like, for a second made you think that Kirby might be the killer. Not once did I believe that, because I know my girl Kirby, and I know she would never.
I agree. I like seeing her again. I think she lost some of the spunk from her character in the first time she appeared.
But she also hadn't acted in like 10 years, so it's like,
oh really?
Good job coming back and like getting back.
Also, she's a badass in this too. Like she's total awesome. And they have that cool scene where they talk movies with Mindy or whatever.
I liked that. Like that scene worked. I didn't need another rules scene like you said.
Yeah.
But that scene worked.
Yeah. Let's talk about the end. We should get to the end because we are going long, and I know we have a lot to say and we can keep talking about this forever, but like people will get bored. First of all, I just want to call out, I love when Gail and Kirby or maybe it's Gail and Sam are talking. Someone is talking to Gail.
Gail's not there in the end.
At some point, I think when they go to the theater the first time, when Gail's there, and she's talking about how you can take it and just move on or whatever, and they play the Dewey theme. Love that shit.
You love your
love it.
Do you want to cut a snippet of it into this episode? We talk about it a lot.
I don't want to get demonetized, you know. Anyway, let's talk about the ending.
So I actually.
Should we talk about the killer reveals here?
First, let's talk about.
What are we gonna say?
First, let's talk about the Chad stabbing and the double killer attack at once, and then the knife swipe clean. I loved that. Fucking loved that. Too. Like everyone was like, "Woo!" in the theater. Who gave a fuck? About
I was trying to think, like, have we ever seen both killers in costume kill somebody?
It was an awesome moment. Probably my favorite moment of the whole film.
He should be dead. Let's be real.
Yeah, I like have rewatched that scene every time since the first one.
He's got no kidneys. Yeah.
And it's like, there's no fucking way. There's no way.
No. This is way more than Dewey getting stabbed in Scream 2. Like, this is like, you're dead.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm glad that he's still
alive. But we like him, so it's fine. I really love just the fights with Tara and Sam. And like, Sam giving her the knife and dropping her. Yes, I liked all of that.
The whole time, I literally said out loud, like, she weighs 10 pounds. Lift her up. Like, what are they doing? She's like hanging on like she's the heaviest thing ever. I'm like, just lift her up. She's the lightest person on the planet.
Yeah, but so is Sam. They're both like tiny.
Okay, fair. Two very light people trying to help each other.
Yep. And I actually thought, so the Officer Bailey.
Let's talk about the killers.
Yeah.
I think it's time we talk about the killers.
The brother and sister worked for me. I thought she didn't go too hysterical, which I complained about last time. Like she was, you know, he actually went a little more hysterical than she did, but they were both fine. They both still worked for me. Officer Bailey's reveal, I was just like, but
I know these, like, I don't buy it at all that a cop and the two kids of a cop are going to go out and murder a bunch of people because their son was a murderer who got killed. What?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. And the justification was because she stabbed Richie 27 times.
I could have bought into it if the dad wasn't involved. Like the brother and sister storyline. I'm kind of tired of it being family ties, but
again,
it works.
Scream 2 again. Yeah.
It, worked with Jill because of finding out she's a killer, and not the victim. But like the family thing with them. Yeah, I'm over that. And
it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, it's like, most of the time with Scream, when they reveal the killer, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's interesting that it's them. You know what I mean? Oh, it's Jill and Charlie. Cool. Like, oh, it's Roman. Cool. Like this one, I was just like, oh, okay. Bunch of people I don't care about. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I did like the roommate and I was like, oh, good. She's not dead.
Sure. I like the roommate the most out of the three of them, but still I was like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Like their motive makes no sense. I don't care that they're the killer. It would have been more interesting if it was fucking Sam or Mindy or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not that I want them to be the killer. I'm just saying, like, I want to have it some sort of like, oh man, it was that person. I liked that person, you know, like, or, oh, that's interesting. But my reaction was like, yeah, I guess they're the killer. Sure.
All right.
Who
Well, on
cares at
that
this
note,
point?
because you care so little about him, rank.
Well, hang on. Let's talk about. I want to mention like when they have that standoff with Sam and the dad,
Mm-hmm.
and she's out of ammo, and she runs at him, and he runs at her with the gun pointed at her. Well, fucking shoot her. Why are you running at her? She's running at you, and you decide to run at her too with your hand out with the gun. What are you doing?
I didn't even catch that.
Fucking shoot her. I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
Or have him shoot at her and she like dives out of the way or some shit. But like he's pointing a gun at her. Anyway. We find out Kirby's not dead because she gets shot earlier. They try to blame it on Kirby.
Yep.
Honestly, the first time I watched it, I remember being like, oh, really? It's Kirby? Like I believed it.
Yeah.
And I was pissed about it. Glad that she wasn't the killer.
If you're a parent who's lost a child, and you know the history of these attacks and you know that the killers always die, why would you then lead your other two children into that?
I guess, honestly, the way the world is, it's like history doesn't matter. People will just ignore it and never learn it and just do it again anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Like they were like, we don't worry. 6 times the charm here, the killer will come out on top. I also think it's funny that they all just like sat around and had like a pep talk after everything where like Kirby's over there bleeding out on the ground. Do you know what I mean? It's like, go help her.
Yeah.
Give her like hold the wound closed, but they're having like a heart to heart, her and her sister at the end. Like, what are we doing, guys? Anyway, all right. I guess we should rank the killers at this point.
Yep.
Where's my pen? All right. Do you want to go first this time?
Okay.
I feel like I'm always going first. You go first.
Billy.
Okay.
Mickey.
Okay.
Stu.
Are you remembering this correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is your list.
Billy, Mickey, Stu.
Okay. Should I be writing this down so you...
No.
Okay.
Roman.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember, do you?
I'm figuring out where I'm dropping in Officer Bailey because
Okay.
I don't believe his motive, but I believe that he can actually do the things that he did. So I'm probably going to drop him in.
Your scale
after
is crazy.
Mrs. Loomis.
Your scale, believability of actual killing is the top.
And then I'm
of your
going
scale.
Richie.
Okay.
And then
then I feel like he should be number 1 if that's
no way, Billy's number 1.
Yeah, but he has training. Like he's a cop. Like he probably has the most.
But he's
experience.
not a good actor, so I don't believe he could pull off all the things he pulled off. Okay, so after him it's Richie, and then I've got his other 2 kids. They're interchangeable to me. I'd probably put
Charlie,
Quinn, and then whatever the
Quinn?
boy's name. Bailey's kids.
Here in this movie.
Bailey's
Gotcha.
kids. And then I would do Amber, Charlie, Jill.
Okay.
I think I switched Amber and Charlie, but
you should write it down.
I mean it.
I should write it down. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, listen
I'll
back
write it down.
and see if I.
I'll call you out on the next episode if like you've been inconsistent.
I'm pretty sure
Right.
I've been inconsistent the last 2.
Mine is Billy and Stu, number 1. Then Jill, which apparently is super controversial. Then I have Charlie. Then I have Roman. Then I have Mickey.
How is Mickey that far down your line? I'm sorry.
Mickey, because Mickey is. I said this when we reviewed it. Mickey, if they had done more with his character at the actual movie, I would have him higher. But the fact that he was barely in the movie and then he's a killer, it bothers me.
All right.
Like if I felt like he was the new Randy, he was like in almost every scene. He actually had lines that mattered, but he doesn't. He has that one scene where they're talking about movies, and then he like 2 one-liners one at a party, and then one when he's singing when Neve Campbell's boyfriend is singing to her. Like I'm like, this guy's not even in this movie. How is he a killer?
Okay, fine.
That's why he's low. And again, I'm ranking mine based on like memorability. And as much as I love Timothy Olyphant, his character honestly wasn't that memorable.
All right. So, all right, what you got after Mickey?
It's like they wrote that movie. It was like we have to have a second killer. I guess Mickey Let's just make Mickey the killer, you know? So I have Billy Stu as 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never changing that. Jill, Charlie, Roman, who Roman has ended up being actually kind of an interesting one of killer and all this for me. Mickey, Mrs. Loomis, and then all 3 of these lame ass killers at the bottom of the list. I don't like any of them. I would put maybe the kids above the dad and the dad at the very bottom.
Okay.
Not a fan of these killers at all.
Did you have Amber in there? And Richie?
Oh, I did last time. I don't remember where I ranked them last time. I think I put them at the bottom. I'm sorry. I'm failing the podcast. I think I had, I'll double check, but I think after Mrs. Loomis, no, maybe Mrs. Loomis was, I don't remember now.
I think you had Mrs. Loomis at the bottom. I think you had Mickey and then Richie, Amber, Mrs. Loomis.
I think you're right.
And then
wow, I feel bad.
The
And this
maybe
is like what a waste
Bailey's,
of.
maybe Kirsch's, who the fuck knows their last names.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen back and write all these down because I stopped at Mrs. Loomis last time. Shit, sorry everybody, I failed. Anyway, but it doesn't matter because these 3 killers at the very bottom.
All right,
Worst
rank
killers in
the
franchise.
movies.
All right, movies. We got Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 4, Scream 3, Scream 5, Scream 6. 6 is at the bottom.
6 is at the bottom, huh?
I know it used to be the opposite. It used to be 5 was at the bottom, but I've switched them.
I'm always like a little bit drunk by the time we get to this, so I think my order changes every time.
We're so, but why are we even ranking these if we can't remember them?
Right? You know, it's okay.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down what we've said.
In this one. And then let's be
and last
prepared
one,
for the
and then we'll
Scream
meet
7
about
one.
what the official list is. I'll give you what you're, do you know what I mean?
Okay, when we do our episode, like our predictions
Yes.
and everything going into Scream 7,
Yes.
we'll be like, okay, Maddie's not drunk at the end of the pod, and here
Yes.
are our actual thought out, sat upon lists now that we've gone through all 6 films.
Yes.
So we'll
So
come
everyone
prepared with a
is
written list.
literally hit stop on this podcast right now already because we're
I gotta
none
rank,
of this
I
matters.
gotta rank my films first, anyways.
Okay, rank 'em.
Scream.
So you don't. No, you said
Scream 2.
3. No.
It used
Wait.
to be 3, and then I swapped it with 2, and I was like,
Oh,
actually,
that's
2 is the
right.
better film.
Okay.
Scream,
okay.
Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 5, Scream 6, Scream 4.
No way.
Yep.
Scream 4 is lower than 6 and 5.
I will never be able to buy those
It's
2
such a good twist.
4'9", 4'10" killers. Never.
This only applies to the killers. Like you don't ever apply the same logic.
And
to,
the
like,
opening was
heroes.
by far the worst.
The opening is the worst. Yeah,
So-
I agree. Actually, no. This opening's worse.
Nah, I take this one over 4.
Really?
Yep.
No way,
All right,
man.
but the official
4 is way better than 5
thought-out
and 6
list,
in
now that
every
we've-
way.
knocked down 6 films.
Yes.
We'll be prepared. We'll drop it. Should we drop it the morning that 7 comes out and be like, okay, here's our lists and here's our predictions.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. Well,
Dude, I am so blown away that 4 is the last on this. Like, you're insane.
I know it's
You're
the high notes
insane.
for you. It's the high notes for you. What are the
Even
high
the
notes?
low notes are better than the low notes in this movie. The low notes in this movie are so bad.
No.
You think that it is more memorable, the killers in this movie, than the killer in 4?
I think Jill's reveal scenes with Charlie are very memorable, but
Yeah.
not for good reasons.
Dude, I don't. Oh my.
She's
like, her
literally
motive
just
is better.
like, I am killing you right now. Like she just screams a bunch. Like
Yeah,
really
but
aggressively.
her
And I'm
motive
like, you are so
works.
small.
Her motive works though.
Her motive works, but I'm sorry, I'll never buy them.
What if her canon height was like 6 foot?
Then I'd buy it. It would change things for me.
What if they have like in the next movie they have like mug shots and stuff of all the previous killers and it says like their weight and size and she's like 6 foot 140.
Then I'd believe it.
Like why can't that just be your head canon? Why can't it just be in your head canon that she's like bigger than she actually is in real life?
Honestly, because I've met her on more than one occasion, and she's like the smallest person
Yeah,
I've ever met.
but it's movies. Like Robert,
Yeah,
like
but I
Iron Man
just-
is.
But this is also like, it's the shot. I told you this. It's the shot where you can tell that Charlie is kind of struggling, that Nev Campbell is taller than him, and he's kind of struggling to hold the knife to her. And it takes me out of buying either of these two as big enough. Like,
Yeah,
he should have been on a box looming over her. Like,
No, because she pushes like they always get pushed around. First of all,
right. No, but I'm
Billy's
saying when
not
they
even
shot
that
it,
big.
like him
You
holding
think
a
Billy
knife to
is
her
that
throat.
much bigger than Charlie?
However, it was shot. Like, honestly, my beef is with how it was shot, not with their actual size. It was too obvious to me that Emma Roberts was walking around on 6-inch hills and that Charlie was
Yeah.
standing on an apple box and still couldn't quite get the knife up to her throat.
Okay. Still a better movie though.
Well, whatever.
Anyway,
Can't
that's
wait.
our rankings.
Can't
We'll have
wait.
our official rankings in our preview episode coming up.
The day
soon.
Scream 7 drops, which actually, even though the release date is the 27th, it actually drops on the 26th. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, well, that's sweet. I guess I should watch it. I should probably get tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale on Monday, the 9th.
I hope it doesn't suck.
I hope this fucking trailers didn't ruin everything, but they've
You hope
ruined a
the
lot.
killer's at least 6 foot tall.
I really hope the killer is at least 6 foot tall, and I really hope it's that Stu is dead.
Let me just look. Nev Campbell height 5'7".
Yeah, now look up Rory Culkin or Kieran
Rory?
Culkin. Rory, yeah,
How do you
Rory
spell
Culkin's
Rory?
height. RORY,
5'6".
and it shows. That inch shows. I'm sorry, Rory. I think you're a great actor, and I love you, but
I just remember watching that scene because you had to complain about that scene before I rewatched it. I remember watching that and being like, "Oh, but he looks taller than her in this scene."
I didn't think that at all. Go watch it again.
You watch it again.
I will. We'll both watch it, and we'll discuss it next time we meet.
I'm gonna freeze frame it and share it on social media.
Do. Start a debate.
He's also got a knife to her throat. Like, you don't want to move around. I'd be scared if like a 10-year-old had a knife to my throat. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I'd be more scared because they'd probably like more likely to accidentally cut me.
Yeah, fair.
In fact, a weaker person is more likely to accidentally kill you than like a non-weak, like a stronger person. You know what I mean?
Where'd you get that fact?
Like if they sneeze, they're gonna like slit your throat on accident.
Is that from ChatGPT?
No, I just made that up.
The other night at bowling, I asked ChatGPT, like, you know, when somebody's absent and so you like have to blind a person.
Yeah.
So we have a roster of like 7 people and 5 people bowl. So I was like, ChatGPT, when you have to blind a player because they're absent, is it better to use a player with like a higher handicap or a lower handicap? And the response it gave me was like an actual, like real blinding. Like, well, you don't want to blind your best player because they need to be able to see to throw the ball. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Chat's getting stupider and stupider every
Yep.
day. I swear to God. All right, let's stop this. Oh wait, sign off.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Smasher Bash. We really fucking
Smasher bash.
bash the Smasher Bash, Slasher Bash.
Yeah.
We did in fact bash the shit out of this one, but we do both like it.
We did. Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Core 4 all the way.
But I would
I
say
guess we'll never see it. We'll never see what happens to the Core 4.
I had a dream after we talked about it that Sam did come back as the surprise killer in 7, and it was really good. The movie in my dream was really good. I hope the movie in real life is as good as my dream was.
If this franchise keeps going, which it probably will, I'm sure they'll bring those characters back at some point.
That'd be great.
Because obviously, like, no one likes lingering storylines like that. Even like Amazing Spider-Man got resolved.
Yep.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man got resolved in the newest.
Thank
Spider-Man,
goodness.
so.
Love that guy.
Anyway, all right. Thanks everybody. Bye.
All right. Toodles.